All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the New Orleans Saints and the San Francisco 49ers. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf. 58 right there. They're not ready for this, man. Big grip.
They'll run on first down. Murdoch. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On second down, Murdoch. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Got it.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Rico. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
This fielded at the 2. Yeah, he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up second down. Here's a 2nd and 7. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. Now, that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 30-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 yards. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Ready.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They're going to look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
That good for 22 and a first down. On 1st and 10, Goddard. They'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a second down. Second and 4. Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Here we go! 30 base. You better be afraid of me. You better.
On third down, Anthony. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
Here we go, here we go. 10 Lobo. Watch a slat, watch a slat. Watch a slat.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw.
Come on. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, team.
Let's go.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. From the gun on 3rd down, Goddard escaping the pressure right. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Set. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie. Protein spill. Ready?
2nd and 13. Gonna throw right side here. Complete. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready. 8, read. Coming. I'm coming. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
59. Army. Army.
Get it.
2nd and 3. He'll find Tanner. That's complete. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
That's another 49ers first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Come on.
This
set.
offense
60
finding its legs
Pittsburgh.
now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hit it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
Set. Ready. 18 Gator.
58 to Mike.
Let's go, D.
A 2nd down run with Lewis. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. 68 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Lutz will look to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Saints 17, 49ers nothing. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Single. 82.
Looking to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Let's go. 60 outlaw.
Down to lose one.
Ready.
They'll look to throw here on first down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. It's 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And this one is right through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
SOS. Hey, Delta. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Let's go.
Throwing on first down. Goddard. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Complete. This is Lewis.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
To throw on third down. Goddard. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Here we go. Ready?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Open man is Taylor. He's got it. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Murdoch, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
10 Lobo. Mike, 58 right there. 6-6. Bullet high. 5.
They'll set up to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. They'll look to throw now on first down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll try the left side. Murdoch able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
They come out here in the I.
70, Indy. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball. Check the backer. Check the backer. Bam. Now.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And that'll set them back 5. So now the Saints offense coming back out there. They're going to be called on to go for 2.
Here we go. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now whistles and a timeout signaled here by the offense, and that's their first of this second half. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Next to score, Saints 24, 49ers 3.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack it. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
We own them.
Now Lewis here on 1st down. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of 2.
On the set.
2nd and 12.
1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
8-3. Let's go, tight end. Let's go. Hey, foxtrot.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Goddard. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's knocked away and incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. A gain of 22. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Hey, Alpha.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Touchdown, Saints. Well, Charles, fans around here, they were already talking Super Bowl. They've made plans. You just can't look past anybody in this league, especially this deep into the playoffs.
You would think that every year that message would sink in, and it feels like every year we see something like this, especially the way they're handling them, all right? You didn't expect this part to happen, but when you're playing this deep in the playoffs, every team's dangerous.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way to put it.
He's got a man, complete. It's a gain of 35. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He finds Taylor, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll drop to throw. And it's caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. As his guys are in for 6. And the 49ers get a score closer. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
60 outlaw.
Hey, I'm coming.
On 1st down, Lewis. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Jet bomber. Bravo.
58's the mic. 58's the mic. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Ready.
On 3rd down, Goddard. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Ready.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Defense wins championships, baby.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Down. 15 line. 15 line. General West.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch. Check 43.
X3. 218. Chop. Go.
On second down now, it's Lewis. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Check 37, check 37.
Go.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58's the mic.
Hurry.
Throwing on third and long. Goddard eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory.
58's the mic. Right here.
Hey, Sam off. Snap.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
60 yours.
They'll run on first down. Anthony. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Ready?
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Space to maneuver at the 40. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
Let's go. 10-2 strike.
Hey, get away. He's coming.
Greystone, travel. Get it.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. He's cracked.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hit it.
Throwing again. Goddard. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So, Charles, oh so